Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you a cool new trick that'll allow you to travel the entire map of Fortnite in less than a minute. First off, I'd like to say that I didn't come up with this. I was watching Tfue stream and saw it from him. I believe he saw a post on Reddit from this guy, so I'll leave his channel as well as the Reddit post in the description. Just a heads up, learning how to do this can be a little bit difficult, and it ends up being easier to understand if you actually go ahead and try in Playground yourself. It took me about an hour to get this down, so don't feel discouraged if you can't do it or don't completely understand it when you start out. After you get this down, you'll pretty much be able to go anywhere on the map as long as you have a quadcrasher. As you can see here, I've traveled from one side of the map to the other in about 50 seconds flat. It's really useful since mobility in the game is somewhat limited in the current version. Alright, so for this, all you really need is a quadcrasher and a little bit of HP. If you're not sure about the quadcrasher locations, here's a picture showing a good portion of the spawns. Credit for this goes to this user on Reddit, and I'll leave a link to the post down below. To put it very simply, all you need to do is keep yourself in the air with a quadcrasher by using the boost at the appropriate angle. Easier said than done. To get started, first you're going to want to place a ramp, hop on your quadcrasher, and wait for it to fully charge. When it's fully charged, drive off the ramp and aim the nose of the quadcrasher upwards into the air at roughly a 60-degree angle and start using your boost. You're going to want to end up using about half to 3/4 of the boost while pulling the nose of the quadcrasher backwards, eventually doing a backflip. A good rule of thumb that I found was that when you're about to see the drawn on face of the quadcrasher, that's about the time you're going to want to stop using your boost. This will allow the boost to recharge in time so that you're able to use the boost again to maintain the height and speed you desire. From this point on, it's basically rinse and repeat. Now, when you first start doing this, it's probably not going to work out too well, and it's probably because you're going to be pointing the nose too high or too low for too long. Understand that the lower the nose, the faster you'll go, and the higher the nose, the more height you'll obtain. But have the nose too low and you'll lose your height in the air and fall short of where you want to land. Or you can have the nose too high and you'll pretty much be like a sitting duck in the air and eventually come crashing down. You want to find that sort of balance in between where you can use some of the boost to propel yourself forward as well as gain/maintain the height. I think the key here is just understanding the angle at which you need to start boosting and knowing how much boost you need to use as you're pulling back. As you get more comfortable doing this, you'll be able to adjust the height and speed and understand that there isn't really a perfect way of doing this, and it more or less comes down to feel. Now, one more thing, landing. More often than not, you'll probably want to land in front of your target location, since you'll probably end up overshooting if you try to land directly on top of where you want to go. Chances are that you'll also probably end up taking a little bit of damage doing this. I tried finding some ways of reducing or completely negating damage for when you drop, but I couldn't find a consistent way of doing it. I saw a suggestion of trying to use the boost diagonally as you're about to drop, but I actually ended up sometimes taking more damage than if I just landed on all 4 wheels. Landing on all 4 wheels, I find myself either taking no damage or just about 10 damage after landing, so I would recommend just doing your best to land on all 4 wheels. Although, for some reason, when I land in trees or into buildings, I find that I almost never took damage. I don't quite understand what determines how much damage you take while you're on the quadcrasher, so if anyone has any ideas, leave a comment down below. So that's it for this video. The ending here will just be a drone perspective of me crossing the map into the ocean using this trick. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.